communicator number 5. Hey, Roberta, I didn't get the title of your speech, but
What I have learned in karate. Okay.
welcome.
Have you ever wanted to, hi, karate chop like Bruce Lee, or perhaps karate like Sandy the Squirrel in SpongeBob? Madam Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, I have learned much more than I expected when I took up karate in 2012. When I went to the dojo, the teacher, whose title in Japanese is sensei, asked me, why do you want to learn karate? Many people learn it for its application as self-defense. I myself said, I am here to improve my health and my balance through physical activity. And so I didn't do yoga or exercise. If you are interested in martial arts, there are many to choose from. Kung Fu, Judo, Aikido, Jiu-Jitsu, Karate, and Kabuto. In the dojo where I go, we practice Okinawan Karate and Kabuto. The name Okinawa may be familiar to you for a number of reasons not related to karate. If you are a history buff, you might be familiar with the battles from World War II in the Pacific between Americans and the Japanese, which have been immortalized in this statue. Or, from more current events, you might have heard that Okinawa has the highest rate of people who live over the age of 100. And this has been studied and reported on. What you may not know is that Okinawa is an island in a long chain of islands between Japan and China, and has been invaded by both countries repeatedly. Japan claimed the islands in 1609. After 1609, Okinawa continued to be a key trading center between Japan and China, but the influence of Kung Fu martial arts declined, and the local version was passed on for 300 years in secret until 1912. The sensei who introduced karate and kabuto to the Japanese schools in the early 20th century carried on the tradition of passing on their knowledge to a student who eventually becomes a sensei in their own dojo. My sensei traces his knowledge of Okinawa, karate, and kabuto from a lineage of teachers whose photos are in a place of honor at the front of the dojo known as the shomen. Each class begins and ends acknowledging the shomen and the sensei. Okinawan weapon systems is distinctive. While walking at UBC recently, I saw a group of people in feudal Japanese martial arts costumes with long swords. I recognize this as the samurai weapon system that is now known as Kendo. Okinawa weapon system is based on farming implements, as only samurai were allowed to carry weapons such as swords. Our weapons practice is done with 6-foot staffs, which are called bows, and chain handles, which are called nunchucks. I would like to demonstrate a few basic moves, but before I do, there are a few key ideas I would like that underlie Okinawan karate and kabuto. Stance. Your stance connects you to the earth. Your body is aligned and balanced. The sensei teaches that his sensei said that when your stance is strong to move me, you must move the earth. Mushin, the state of no mind, no conscious thought, only calm. Learning karate for me has meant letting go of learning with my mind. No left brain, no right brain, to learn and remember in my body. In our dojo, our sensei does not start with karate chops. He starts with A, B, C. A is for awareness, B is for boundaries, and C is for conflict. Conflict is always the last step. My sensei teaches the practice of awareness of your environment and your own posture, that you are calm and confident. The sensei teaches to practice boundaries, to be aware of what is there, and if necessary, create boundaries. Stop! Too close! If conflict occurs, the first move is avoidance, and only then the blow. My son still asks me after my karate class, "Did you karate chop someone today?" And instead, I have learned so much more. Thank you. Don't get too close. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Roberta. Thank you, Roberta. Roberta's not listening.
Thank you.
That was so interesting.